Good evening, everyone. Your first forecast is brought to you by Store it at Home, rent-to-own portable buildings. There were a few showers and thunderstorms that moved through our area, and we're going to see more rain as tropical air continues to lift to the north. So we do have the possibility of thunderstorms by the afternoon. So here's a look at your forecast. We're going to see some sunshine, but clouds will start to increase by the afternoon. 74 degrees at 7 o'clock, 85 by lunch hour, and then our highs will be in the low 90s at 5 o'clock. We're expecting readings around 91 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky, and there could be a few thunderstorms that pop up, but I think most of that will be to our south. We'll have more details on the rain chances for the rest of the weekend into the weekend coming up on ABC 31 News.
Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Pineville voters will have the option of voting for alcohol being sold in select grocery stores in the next few months. ABC 31's Shar Thomas sat down with Mayor Clarence Fields to find out more in tonight's big story.
Pineville residents could have it their way or not when it comes to alcohol being sold in their local Walmart or Super One store. 5 years ago, select local restaurants were afforded the luxury to serve alcoholic drinks, which only limited residents to dine while having a drink. While on the quest for change, both stores brought in Texas petition strategies to advocate accordingly. They were commissioned by Walmart, Brookshire's, and Super One stores to locally put together a petition to get packaged liquor.
But they were successful at doing that, and then by virtue of them gaining the name that they felt like they needed to 25%, they made that presentation to the registrar of voters, who then had to certify that particular list of names, and she completed that process, and then that was delivered to the city council on at Tuesday night's meeting by her, and the city council had no choice but to, because 25% of people asked for it and it was certified, to call an election for December the 8th.
On December 8th, Pineville residents within city limits will be able to vote. Mayor Clarence Fields made it clear that he wants people to know what they are voting for and what changes it could cause. If the vast majority of voters choose not to vote on liquor being sold in those select stores, it can result in restaurants not being able to sell alcoholic beverages.
There's potential that could actually, if it's a no vote across the board, for instance, or whatever, then those restaurants that are currently selling alcoholic beverages will no longer be able to do that. I think those folks will have a concerted effort in, helping people understand exactly what they're voting on out of the five propositions on the ballot come December the 8th.
Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.
Rapids deputies say a search warrant led to 4 arrests after complaints of drug activities in Tioga. Those arrested are 39-year-old Larry Jackson Jr. of Tioga, 35-year-old Justin Newman, and 39-year-old Carrie Kelly, both of Alexandria, and Melissa Mullins of Pineville. Deputies say they seized meth packing materials, scales, and other paraphernalia. Jackson is charged with distribution, and the others are accused of possession. Rapids deputies say they're bringing additional charges against a man arrested for sexual battery. 47-year-old Travis Sherman of Alexandria was arrested last month for allegedly battering and stalking a fellow restaurant employee. Now deputies say they've learned of another victim at that same restaurant, so he's charged with another count of sexual battery. The arrest was made in jail, where he's been since he was taken into custody. Federal money is headed to Ville Platte for a new ladder truck and to Opelousas for other firefighting improvements. The grants from Homeland Security total more than $800,000. The first phase of restoring an historic structure in Pineville has begun after years of working to bring it back to life. ABC 31's Joanna Phillips has the story.
Many Sun Law residents have seen it. The big old building that sits on top of a hill on the grounds of Central State Hospital across from Bulow Lake in Pineville. The dairy barn was built in 1923, added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1986, and named one of the 10 most endangered historic sites in the state in 2009 by the Louisiana Trust for Historic Preservation.
It was created as a place for the mental health people to work. That used to be a form of medication, was to work.
Over the years, the barn has deteriorated due to the elements and lack of use. And one day, in November of 2014, Kendra Van Cleef paid a visit to the barn to take photographs, as she had several times in the past. That's when she noticed something.
I went out for my annual photo shoot of the barn. On the 14th, I noticed there was something major going on with the barn. I noticed the barn was bowed out on the north wall. And then I am a social media marketing expert, and just thought I'd make a page just to see if anybody was interested in the barn.
There was definitely some interest. The page gained over 3,000 likes on Facebook within a week. This led to the formation of a committee, which consists today of 8 members. And now, after years of work, the first phase of the barn's restoration has begun, the north wall.
We know that there are several phases after this, including the next phase. We are pretty certain that it's going to be the roof.
There's an estimate of about 4 more phases in the barn's restoration. And you can keep up with everything going on to help bring this historic structure back to life by visiting the Save the Dairy Barn website or Facebook page. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
Senior citizens put the pedal to the metal this morning as they competed in the cycling portion of the Louisiana Senior Olympic Games. Bikers started bright and early in Woodworth, had an option of participating in 3 divisions. Before the race, we caught up with race director Paul Tellerico to talk about the race.
Well, all the cyclists here are trying to qualify for the national event next June 2019, the National Senior Olympics in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay. A 5K, what's called a time trial, where we let one rider off at a time, and then we have a 10K time trial. So each rider is racing against the clock. And then the third race today is a 20K road race where all of the riders will leave at the same time, and that will involve different strategies and drafting and things of that nature. But today we have cyclists from Shreveport to New Orleans and from Mississippi to Austin, Texas. And top 4 places qualify for national.
If you are 50 years or older and think you have what it takes to be part of the Senior Olympic Games, visit lsog1.org to find out more information on how you can sign up. St. Mary's Residential Training School has an event coming up called the Greco Bowl, hosted by Louisiana chef John Foltz.
For many years, St. Mary's has had a remarkable partnership with Chef John Foltz. Greco Bowl was named after St. Mary's founder, Bishop Greco. And so it is an event. Chef Foltz comes down, he hosts an amazing dinner, and we have a silent auction and a live auction this year, and just a really good time to help raise funding and awareness for the residents that we serve. We are home to over 200 children and young adults with developmental disabilities. We are a rare resource in the state because we're one of the few residential facilities that accept children. And so a lot of families turn to us in their hour of need, and we're able to provide those services for their family members. Tickets are $75. I encourage you to purchase them early because limited seating is available.
The Greco Bowl will take place on Wednesday, September 19th at the Los Pinos Event Center in Forest Hill. All proceeds from the event will benefit St. Mary's Residential Training Schools and individuals with developmental disabilities. The pineapple is a symbol of welcome and hospitality. You can find them at your local grocery stores, but freshly grown ones usually just taste better. On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center guest horticulturist Carrie Hefner explains how you can grow your own pineapple plants and enjoy their delicious fresh fruit.
You may not realize it, folks, but pineapples are a great plant to grow during the summer in Louisiana. I'm going to harvest this one right here. And if you want to grow sweet, delicious pineapples like this one, it's very simple. Here's all you do. So all we have to do with this plant is basically take these vegetatively produced sports off and put them in some pre-moistened potting soil, and we're ready to go. The only caveat is it'll take about 2 years for this plant to produce a pineapple, but that's okay. It's worth the wait. Okay, now that we're in here under the plant, you're able to see this good root system it's formed. But we're also able to get into this sport, also called a pup. You'll hear it called a pup sometimes, and it should just snap away from the parent plant. So now all we have to do is just stick this plant down into the pre-moistened potting soil that I've amended with some compost so we get a little extra boost of nutrients. And we just make sure the roots have plenty of room. And over the next 2 years, this plant will grow and photosynthesize and eventually build up enough energy to produce a cluster of flowers or an inflorescence. And that will be right in the very center of the plant. And after that, before too long, you should see a golden ripe pineapple. For Get It Growing, I'm Kerry Hefner with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information, you can visit the website on your screen. Hurricane Florence is bearing down on the Carolinas. The storm grew in size overnight, even though the wind speeds dipped. It's still expected to bring catastrophic rainfall and a storm surge, though. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez reports from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Hurricane Florence making its slow and ominous approach. The giant storm, 500 miles across, already flooding coastal streets, pounding piers like this one in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, with giant waves, and threatening to linger into the weekend, dumping up to 40 inches of rain and inundating some communities with storm surge up to 13 feet.
My message today: don't relax. Don't get complacent. Stay on guard. This is a powerful storm that can kill. Today, the threat becomes a reality.
States of emergency declared in the Carolinas, Georgia, and Virginia, with more than 1.5 million people under evacuation orders. Some still making those last-second preps.
It's a little scary thinking, we may lose some stuff.
Others ignoring the warnings, refusing to leave.
I'd rather be here and knowing what I'm dealing with than somewhere else and not knowing what I'm going to be confronted with.
But authorities are warning people who stay behind, if they end up having a medical emergency, they are on their own, because once the winds pick up even more, it'll be too dangerous for first responders to head out. And that'll be the case in many places for as long as 36 hours because this storm is so massive and moving so slowly. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Wilmington, North Carolina.
Well, we aren't talking those amounts of rain, but we got a little rain of our own.
Yeah, we had a few thunderstorms that moved through around 5 and 6 o'clock, and so it did bring us 1/4 inch of rain. Temperatures, though, ahead of it did warm up to around 94 degrees. Our normal right now is around 89 degrees, so we are a little bit above normal. We're going to see more chances of rain for the rest of the week and even warmer conditions for next week. We'll talk about that coming up. Well, welcome back, everyone. We do have the possibility of isolated showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. That's how we're going to end our week. And then over the weekend, we're going to see a little bit more sunshine. There could be a few afternoon thunderstorms, more sunshine by next week, and temperatures will be a little bit warmer. Right now, we are seeing those temperatures drop, but earlier today, 94 degrees was our high. That was before those thunderstorms moved through, cooling things down. 89 was the high in Leesville, where it was a little bit more cloudy. Our dew point sitting at 76 degrees, so it is very tropical and it feels just very soupy outside. And this is due to a front that continues to just hang out over the state, and so that's setting off these showers and thunderstorms, that moisture riding up into that boundary, and so it is setting off showers and thunderstorms, and we're going to see more activity for tomorrow. But we were keeping our eyes on a tropical system that was moving into the Gulf. Right now it has weakened, but there's just that slight chance it might strengthen, but it looks like at this point it will move into that southern tip of Texas. It will bring us the possibility of showers and thunderstorms, though, just bringing that moisture northward into our area. But I think that's pretty much it as far as its effects. But we are expecting more humid air for tomorrow. It will be steamy, and we're going to see a lot of tropical moisture move northward, and so there is that possibility of more showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon. So our future radar is showing maybe most of that rain ending tonight. It will be quiet as we start off the day. A few showers will be possible for tomorrow around the noon hour, and then more chances of rain in the afternoon, but it will be very spotty across much of the state. And we're going to see The possibility of more afternoon thunderstorms this weekend. However, I think we'll see more sunshine than we will see cloud cover. Tonight, we drop down to around 73 degrees, and we are going to see some clouds. It will be humid. It will be humid tomorrow as well. Highs around 92 degrees. There could be a few showers and thunderstorms, but I think most of that will be in the afternoon. Over the weekend, more chances of rain, but again, I think we'll see some sunshine by the afternoon. There could be a few thunderstorms that pop up, and then next week, lots of sunshine returning. Temperatures warming up into the mid-90s on your Monday, and that could bring a few thunderstorms by the afternoon. Lots of sunshine on Tuesday with the high around 94 degrees, and then we drop down into the lower 90s as another cold front comes through later next week. That's a look at your weather. Scott?
Thank you, Kim. Federal regulators say youth e-cigarette use has reached epidemic levels, and they're cracking down on illegal sales to minors. The Food and Drug Administration has sent 1,300 warning letters to retailers for selling e-cigarette products to teens. While the FDA says vaping may help adults who are trying to quit smoking, kids are attracted to e-cigarettes for their sweet flavors and sleek designs. E-cigarettes have quickly become the most commonly used tobacco product among teens.
I'm deeply disturbed by the trends I've seen. I'm deeply disturbed by what I see as an epidemic of nicotine use among teenagers.
Manufacturers will have 2 months to give the FDA their plan to address the problem. The American Association of Cancer Research has a new report out highlighting the gains and challenges in the fight against the disease. With this Medical Minutes, here's Janae Norman.
Here's some great news. Cancer-related deaths in the U.S. fell by 26% over the 14 years leading up to 2015. That's from the annual report by the American Association for Cancer Research. The number of people in the U.S. living with cancer is at an all-time high. Survivors, and that number will increase as the population continues to age. The hard-won advancements came from research, with scientists now targeting medications at cancer-related genes. It came from lifestyle changes too. Cigarette smoking is down, way down. Now, the difficult part. The study also points out that all of the U.S. aren't sharing those benefits. Race, country of origin, poverty, even gender identity give cancer patients a lower chance. The reasons are complicated, and that may be the next frontier for cancer research. After all, if cancer strikes, we all should have the same chance of being a survivor.
Being a traffic cop on the busy streets of India, it's not easy. That's why one officer added a little bit of fun to the job by directing traffic with some dance moves. The officer has become a local celebrity among commuters there. He says he started dancing on the job about 4 years ago as a way to catch people's attention and make sure drivers follow the rules of the road. He says his technique has been quite effective, and as you see, it is pretty entertaining too.
Well, it seems to keep the people engaged, paying attention, as long as there's no one texting. You know,
Exactly.
Yeah,
not paying attention.
that's always a separate issue, but yeah, and people seem to be doing
Maybe
what
we
they're
could tell the
supposed to do
news
right
that
now.
way too. A few moves here and there.
Oh, I'd like to see that in the weather.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it in sports first.
You're standing all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll do some moonwalks back and forth.
We can do some fancy graphics behind you.
Get people's attention for
I'm
sure.
all about that.
But you know what? We do have some weather to talk about. We had a few thunderstorms earlier today. We picked up about a quarter of an inch tomorrow. Maybe more rain. Temperatures around 92 for your Friday.
All right, thanks, Kim. Thanks for watching tonight. Have a great evening.